Hi, I'm WiLLodavis. This is my part 2, kind of summarizing, explaining the tea spill from Destiny of her relationship with Amberlynn. So again, there's another video I'll have linked that is the first 4 videos in this kind of series of Destiny's return to YouTube. Since that video, there's an upload of part 2 of 2016 getting explained, and the truth of the breakup. 2 different videos. It's an hour, 20 minutes about in total. So I'm going to watch through them, include clips of things that seem significant, and talk about them a little bit in an expedited format in case you don't feel like watching this stuff for over an hour. Hopefully I can cut it down and give some context. Again, I'm not the person for this. I'm not going to be the best, but as I said last time, only my opinion matters. So I'm going to watch these 2 videos, starting with Spilling the Truth, and I'll include all the... God, I hate intros. I'm going to suffer through all of the long bits and then show you only the important stuff and talk about it. Okay. Whoop. It's WiLLo from the future. I just want to give a heads up, a warning that there is some discussion of like domestic abuse, violence, assault, battery, self-harm. Just before we get into all this, as a warning. All right, if you're ready, let's get into it.
I think you guys are really going to enjoy part 2. Because this is where it starts to get really juicy. I'm saying this is gonna be.
I'll be the judge of that.
This is stuff. It's just it's about to go down. I got Amberlynn a promise ring around this time for our 1 year. It was mostly because she was talking about getting engaged a lot. She was talking about wedding stuff kind of a lot, and I just wanted to get her a ring just to make her happy, basically.
Okay, so she's referring to around July. She was just talking about 4th of July stuff before that clip. Destiny's saying the promise ring that she got for Amberlynn around that time, that summer 2016, according to this. I didn't check. She's saying that was just because Amberlynn kept talking about it and that kind of thing. Really interesting because Destiny in the last video and just through life has proven that she will get engaged pretty quick. Did before Amberlynn and did after Amberlynn. So interesting that she got a promise ring for her to tide her over in that time instead of actually proposing like she would have with someone else, I guess. That's kind of weird. Now, I'm wondering, like, did she do that to buy some time? Like, see if things work out? Or was it like she was thinking, I'm not going to marry this person, so let me shut them up? I don't know. That's kind of weird. Maybe I'm thinking about it too hard. Let's see what else she's got to say about this. I'm not surprised that Amberlynn was bringing it up consistently, as Destiny claims. That seems like something she tends to do when she's getting into a relationship based on what we've seen. Okay, continuing on.
I also noticed that she tried to film me in the shower a lot. Not like really showing too much of me, but still kind of showing me. Most of the time when she would be in there, it was because I have really bad acne, clearly, my face. It's on my back though. TMI, but whatever. And I would have her scrub it for me because I try to keep it calmed down.
Damn, no brush with a handle? What is going on there? Yeah, people always mention that it's so weird how much Amberlynn would film Destiny, like, on the toilet or something, or not, whatever. Yeah, in the shower. There's weird clips of her vlogs where she's like holding the phone over the shower curtain, kind of, so you can like see the top of Destiny's head in the shower without her knowing. It's especially weird also having heard from Destiny that she like didn't watch Amberlynn's videos like while they were together, basically ever, and didn't know the kinds of things that Amber was putting in the videos, apparently. Like, I'm not saying she definitely didn't know that those clips were in there or anything, we don't know, but like weird, I don't know. So she had to give an excuse for why Amberlynn was in the bathroom with Destiny while Destiny was showering, and it was because Amberlynn scrubs Destiny's back for her back knee. All right, sure.
Happened, or before whatever happened with Pappy happened. At that party, I got way too drunk. That was also the night that Amberlynn got way too drunk and had recorded herself a good bit and embarrassed herself.
It was a family party.
She was so drunk that there was no way we were getting her up the stairs because those stairs are sketchy. So we slept downstairs on the couch.
I remember this video quite well. Yeah, Amberlynn recorded herself drunk and was just babbling on about random stuff, making very silly looking. And yes, at this time, I guess they were living with Destiny's mom. Yeah, because that's where the party was and stuff, I think. I guess where they were staying was upstairs, and the stairs up to there were really steep and shallow. Well, not those are conflicting terms. The steps are thin. It's at a sharp angle, I'm trying to say. The staircase lacks depth. It was super hard for Amberlynn to get down the stairs, like get up too, but mostly get down. Like getting up, it's almost like a ladder or whatever. Which I totally get. It's definitely harder to go down a difficult staircase than up, because when you're going down, you gotta put the weight on one leg, put the other leg forward, and then bend the knee with all the weight on it to get down to the next step, and it's, accident prone. I don't think there was a railing properly either. There was like little things that she had to hold on to as she went down. She gave an example in a video once. But yeah, so as Destiny said, there was no way they were getting Amberlynn up those stairs because she was so drunk, and Destiny says she was drunk too. So the whole thing just didn't seem good, so they slept on the couch right by the stairs.
And then you guys will see my mom frequently drinking around this time because she's in a lot of the videos around this time. My mom very much was an alcoholic. It's no big deal. In the end, I guess it was, but she was, and it ended up making some issues at one point. You will see.
Let's see.
Then there was one night we did, because I think she put this in a video, we did fireball shots, and she did one with me, and she swore she was allergic to it. Her face did get really hot, but I didn't know if she was really allergic to it or if
who,
it was
Amberlynn?
but she didn't do any more of it.
I don't know who she's talking about.
She was fine. Then she shows how I start using a TV for a screen for my laptop because my laptop was broke. My laptop got broke because me and her were literally arguing over me playing Sims.
Oh, wow.
And not doing something. I couldn't even tell you what it was, but when I went to get up, I was mad and I just dropped it and broke it. I didn't throw it down.
Oh, that's not where I thought that was going. So your computer screen stopped working because you dropped it. She was leading up as if there was some kind of conflict. I don't know, something weird about it. I was so mad I accidentally dropped it. Okay, all right.
But I dropped it, trying to walk away from the situation. She also shows me with a cap on my head because I got highlights very frequently. And then I also noticed that she showed my butt crack a lot. I don't know why.
Unfortunately.
A long butt crack. I try to keep it maintained, but sometimes it's out. And I try my best to keep
thing's always creeping out.
it covered up, but it happened. But she didn't have no reason to be posting my butt crack on YouTube.
That's so true. So true. Yeah, interesting to hear Destiny saying in this video, I did not want myself out here as much as Amberlynn put me out there.
He's nothing. Just nobody's there. Nobody answers. We can't get in, so we just give up on it. We ended up finding a couple bars that were open, and we took shots at one of them. And then my mom
wanted us on her birthday.
Club. I talk about the lady that gave me a lap dance while we were there. She was older. She had to be.
I've seen this video too. The day of Destiny's birthday. I think, unless there was multiple trips to a strip club. I guess Destiny's mom took Destiny and Amberlynn to a strip club, and when they got back home, they shouldn't obviously vlog the strip club. When they got back home, they were talking so much smack about the performers, just judging their looks and saying they were old, and I'm pretty sure talking down about their life choices and stuff. I just remember thinking, Amberlynn, look at you, look at what you do. How are you gonna judge anyone? To think a YouTuber vlogger would be somehow superior to a performer or sex worker. Anyway, let's let Destiny retell this.
40s, at the most 50. She was definitely older, and that was just a weird experience. You hear me talk about it in the video, but I did not enjoy it. She kissed my neck. She only had a thong on. It was just really weird.
What did you want? What did you want? They went out on a Wednesday. Imagine being displeased with the stripper selection and the way they look and coming to complain about it on the internet.
It was like someone's grandma dancing on you. I was like, okay. I only gave her $1, and my mom yelled at me. She was like, you should have given her more than $1. She said she did a good job and all this, and I was like, I didn't enjoy it, but my mom ended up giving her a few more dollars.
Okay, you didn't enjoy it, but did you not receive the service that you literally came there for? Boy, I bet this Denny's that they frequented loved them.
Amberlynn mentions the seatbelt thing again in one of these videos around this time when I'm getting gas. She said something about it still being broke.
Okay, that was the only thing to say about that, is that Amberlynn was continuing to say the seatbelt was broken when it never was, according to Destiny.
We had gone to Goodwill and I had got some random stuff. I got a K-cup holder that spun around. Just remember the K-cup holder, because that'll come back in a couple weeks from this point.
I just had to record this because she said it's going to come back later. I sure hope it's worth it.
But this is when a lot of drama happened between her and my mom. Now, when I said that they got into spats a lot before, I'm meaning like it could have been just anything. It was just little stuff a lot of the time. Or, I don't know. It was just random stuff. I can't really pinpoint a lot of what it was, but it would be something small, and between my mom being argumentative and Amberlynn being argumentative, it would become a thing. But I want to say like a week or two into training at our job. So we weren't like working our actual hours that we would be working. I think we were working like 3 to 11.
This
was
was
like the second week.
For their new job, their job with the VA, doing like data entry or something.
Honestly, we were sitting at the kitchen table getting ready to leave for work, like packing my lunch, whatever, just sitting on the kitchen table talking. And I think I asked Amberlynn how she likes the job so far and how, easy it is and all that. And she starts saying that she likes it, that it is easy, but she wanted to focus more on YouTube. And she was like, if by the time training's over, I decide I don't want to do it, I just won't start the actual job. And I don't know what came over my mom after this, but my mom came in there and started just saying, like, she said something along the lines of, you don't need to stay at home all day in YouTube. It's not going to be good for you trying to lose weight. And I guess Amberlynn got offended about, weight loss and all that. It's a never-ending thing with her on that. And Amberlynn started saying that she likes the job, but she likes YouTube better, and then she was debating on stopping, and I don't know, her and my mom started arguing back and forth, and my mom ended up getting physical with Amberlynn. That's where the K-cup holder comes back. I think they're kind of slapping around at each other, and my mom, that K-cup holder was sitting on the stairs for us to take upstairs or whatever. My mom came back with it and hit her over the head with it.
Hi, you alright? Yeah, so that's what, battery? A metal object? Physical altercation between Destiny's mom and Amberlynn. They're all living in the same house, remember? Actually, I think they were in the process of moving out, getting ready to move out or something. They found like an apartment or something. But yes, let's be clear here. That is horrible. That's not okay. That's not a normal thing. That never should have happened. Especially terrifying that they're living in Destiny's mom's house. And if Destiny is explaining that her mom started the physical altercation here, because I don't see why she would have any reason to like defend Amberlynn or lie for her, if Amberlynn was like the one who started it. But yeah, to hear that it got physical and then also an object was brought into it, making it potentially deadly, that's very upsetting. A blunt object to the head. She hit Amberlynn in the head. Gosh, and again, things are way worse behind the scenes than we ever could have imagined. This seems the worst by far, so far.
It's very traumatizing for me, honestly. It was. I was freaking out.
Right.
It was really rough for me. We ended up not going to training that day, which was, it was awful. I don't, that was the first time I ever had a panic attack. And after that, that's when I started experiencing anxiety. Before that,
Understandable.
But that, like I said, first anxiety attack, and it was scary. I just remember seeing everything happen and then being on the floor and just screaming, and then I kind of black out. But they said I wouldn't let either of them get near me. I was like under the kitchen table just screaming, and I wasn't letting anyone touch me. I don't know. And when I kind of came to, I was so tired, and like I said, we couldn't go to work that day. So that's when we decided to get an apartment, just for the sake of everyone being under the same roof. We get out of training and we start working 5 to 3:30 in the morning. Oh my god, that was awful. 5 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. That was awful. Amberlynn also started having a lot of anxiety at this point too. I mean, it is what it is.
Understandable.
And then right when we moved into our apartment, that was when all the drama with her ex and the situation that they had started. And I know that she quit filming for a little while there too. And I don't know. I don't want to get into.
Okay, I believe she's referring to the whole thing with Amberlynn and Casey in was that Arizona? And also, again, like last time, if Destiny's not getting into that, then I don't need to get into it here. That's a whole separate thing.
I just know what she has told everybody else. So, I mean, I don't know. And the person, her ex, the evidence video that they posted, I didn't know that she was messaging them, plain and simple. I did not know that until she posted that video. So, I don't know. Then we get the big TV for the living room, the 55-inch, nice big TV. Amberlynn says literally in this video that she gets it for me. And when we broke up, I wanted to, and when we were moving out of the lease went up in the apartment, and I was moving in with Dana, and she was going to live with Becky, I wanted that TV because she said it was for me. And she tried to say that it was her TV and that she was keeping it. I was not going to get it. And, you know, I wasn't trying to make a big thing out of it. I didn't really care, but it was the fact that she said it was for me and then turned around and said it wasn't. So I ended up...
What? She bought you a TV for the apartment that you two got together? She bought a TV and said, I got this for Destiny. And then when you two broke up and you were going to move in with Dana, you wanted the TV? I think she bought it for you with the assumption that you were both staying together. How are you gonna get defensive? And the fact that Destiny like cheated on Amberlynn and was like, I'm still keeping that TV, right? Who's on your side here? Like, I'm not, like, neither of you are great, but is that what we're worried about, the TV?
We're still in September at this point, and this is when Amberlynn leaves her wallet in a scooter in the parking lot of Walmart.
Ah, yes.
It had her ID in it, it had her social security card in it, had her debit card in it. I was like, you really left that. And
brutal.
She could have her identity by now, who knows?
Yeah, Amberlynn lost her wallet with her ID, social security, all of her bank cards in it. I don't blame Amberlynn for carrying all that stuff around. Like, of course, like, to you or me, that's so silly. Like, you just keep them in a safe place or whatever, especially your social security card. But I can totally see... For one, someone who lived through foster care, like, I could see you'd want, like, you know, you'd want to keep all of your personal items close because you don't know where you're heading off to. Could have been a habit she picked up from that. Not to mention, leading back to what we now found out with the, I guess you call it domestic abuse, or whatever, just the household abuse. I guess it's the same thing. You know, maybe she never knew if she was gonna have to real quick get out of there sometime. Totally understandable. But yeah, I remember this causing problems for a while because like there's no proof of identification or anything. I think she like didn't get it fixed for a while or something, just like it took her so long to get rarity spayed. But yeah, I'm sure that's a difficult process to go through and whatever. And I think that's probably why there was the whole thing about like Destiny and Amberlynn sharing a bank account for way longer than their relationship and having like the phone plan and whatever. Maybe. Oh.
Then we get into October. Amberlynn starts talking about buying me a new car. I liked my car at the time. I didn't really see a reason to get a new one, but we had talked about it because, you know, it was a little car. It would have been nice to have a bigger car. And a lot of the issues, this is going to sound really bad, a lot of the issues I had with the car was driving Amberlynn everywhere. She was bigger. That car was so small. And just, I don't know, when my stepdad looked over my car, you know, he said one of the shock on the side that she sat on was so worn down and I needed a new one, and the one on my side was fine. So he said clearly it's the weight shifting in the car and I had to get new tires, which the tires weren't her fault. I needed new tires anyway. Like all 4 of them were done. So I got new tires, got the shock fixed, and there was a crack in my radiator. I literally went to AutoZone. It was a 2000 Honda Civic. Went to AutoZone, got a new radiator for like $50, and my stepdad put it in for me.
Wait, $50 for a radiator? Oh wow, I'm looking online. Damn, you lucked out having that stepdad who does cars. Cause that would be a lot more than $50 for actual labor and stuff. Wow, that's a pretty good deal. But yeah, of course we all speculate Amberlynn wanted to buy Destiny a car, or at least like pitch in for it or whatever, possibly just as a reason to keep her around. I mean, people speculate that about Amberlynn buying Becky a car. Like, I bought you a car, now we're together forever, right?
Also around this time, we actually, like I said, she becomes popular at work. We go to the truck stop to eat after work, and it's a bunch of people, but Dana is one of those people because that's when we became friends, was around this time, like just friends, nothing more. We were doing, what was it? I think it was something where you wear headphones and you say something, you try to get the person to say what you're saying, something like that. I don't remember. It was something about, I think lips are red, something, I don't remember what it was exactly, but I say that to Dana, and Amberlynn gets offended. She goes off right there in front of everybody, does not care, and it was really embarrassing, and I was like, why are you doing this right now? You know, like, I was not trying, why would I try to be that way in front of you? Why would I try to be that way at all? Like, I wasn't meaning anything by it. I just had Googled some of the stuff to say.
Oh, okay. So you're saying her concerns weren't justified, or what's the deal there? You're saying Dana's literally the girl you told her not to worry about? Okay.
And I was saying on the list. I wasn't specifically saying something to her. And it's a big thing, and it was that. So, the 20-piece McNugget thing. She came back in a video and said that she had not eaten, or I came back and said she didn't eat a 20-piece nugget. She had me say that. She did eat a 20-piece nugget. She really did. I don't know why she had me say that.
Oh god, what was the scene? They're like walking through a parking lot or something. Amberlynn films Destiny. And she's like, why you got the golden arches in your hand or something? Referring to like McDonald's. Destiny goes, why'd you have a 20-piece nugget? Or whatever, something like that. Famous line from the Amberlynn universe, like, haha, Amberlynn, you tried to call her out and you got it right back, something you were trying to hide. But it gets dismissed later on, because Amberlynn's like, Destiny, tell them I didn't actually eat 20-piece nugget. Destiny has to go on camera and be like, okay, she didn't, or whatever. I don't remember that part. But now Destiny's saying that she really did, which is so silly. Because it's not like she had to put these clips in the vlog. She could have just erased the whole thing from history. But yeah, Destiny's saying Amberlynn made her lie about that for the video.
This is also around the time she starts to talk about wanting to quit the job because she wants to pursue more YouTube. And they were also, like, we started out in this one building for work, and they were building us a new building, like, redoing the inside of one for us to be at, and it was bigger and nicer. And it was getting close to being time to move to the new building, and I don't know, she was really nervous about the new building for some reason, and I was really tired of her complaining about everything. With the
sounds like an excuse.
Out a lot. And then this is also around the time things started to get really tense for us.
I think they were already pretty tense.
At this point, I know I said I was secretly talking to my ex. I was not talking to her at this point. Okay. I talked to her here and there. I did not talk to her like the whole time we were together.
Okay. Just when you felt like it.
Get really bad between me and Amberlynn.
Oh, okay.
Amberlynn got super emotional about comments and hate on her YouTube, and I told her not to read it if it was going to bother her. Or
That's the basic answer right there. She keeps saying how she feels so bad about the comments she's getting, but she's the one giving all the attention to the people who say bad things to keep it going. Maybe people would like you more if you didn't lie so much.
Let it get to her. She kept turning the comments off on her videos, and I said,
right.
I know it's better said than done to not read it and not let it get to you, but if you wanted this to be your career, you need to find a way to get over it, basically.
Understandable.
On Halloween, after me and Amberlynn broke up, I refused to be friends with Charlotte. Charlotte was a pot stirrer or a crap starter. Like, I mean...
You already stirred the pot.
Like, I mean, it's too much drama with her. We had some friends from work move a couple apartments down from us. We had gotten into a big fight at some point, and I don't know what we were arguing about, but then I think either my mom or my mammy called me about going over there because my mammy was going to my mom's, and she was like, hey, we're going to cook. You guys should come over. And I was like, heck yeah. You know, like, I was ready to go. I hadn't seen my mom in a little while. I was ready to go over there and eat some good dinner and what have you. Well, Amberlynn didn't want to go, and I said, that's fine. You don't have to go. Because, I mean, like I said, all that drama from before with her and my mom, they were just tense. But she didn't want me to go. And I was like, okay, well, it's been a little while since I've been over there. Just, you know.
See, I would have said, like, oh, that's not nice of Amberlynn to say you can't go see your family. But do you remember the part where your mom assaulted her with a blunt object? I can see why Amberlynn would be upset that you wanted to go hang out with her. Seems like the whole situation was just super duper toxic for everyone involved, and it's a shame that things were continuing at this point when clearly you all should have gone your separate ways. Gosh, that really sucks.
And I was like, okay, well, it's been a little while since I've been over there, just, you know, I'm gonna go over there. And she was just like throwing a big just fit. I don't know how else to describe it. She was crying, and I know it was a Code Red Mountain Dew in my hand. She will swear to you that this didn't happen. I've talked to her about it before, and she swears it didn't happen. So I don't know why she thinks that, but why would I make this up? I would try to walk out of the house, and I know I had this Code Red Mountain Dew in my hand, and I'm just like, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go. So, and because we were already arguing, I was like, I don't want to be around you anyway right now. Like, we were arguing. I wanted to go see my mom. She starts screaming at me from the sliding glass doorway, saying that she's gonna harm herself if I leave, and I don't know, just all this stuff, you know, just going nuts. And then I was like, no, you won't. You know, I said, that's not something to play around with. Just let me go see my mom. And she starts, like, coming at me, you know, like, ooh, ooh, ooh. So I get in my car, and I leave the can on my top of my car, and I close the door real quick, and I lock the door, and she's, like, telling me to get out, all this stuff, and she ends up throwing the can in my car. It made me mad.
Oh, no, not the car.
I don't think I did. I'm, like, 98% sure I did not go to my mom's. I ended up just going back inside and dealing with her.
Okay, so Destiny's saying this whole thing is disputed. Amberlynn apparently claiming that this part never happened, according to Destiny. Destiny's saying Amberlynn says this never happened, but oh my god, Destiny, your poor car, she threw a can at it. No, that's obviously that's not right. You shouldn't throw things, damaged things and whatever. But another symptom of a whole toxic relationship there. And so Destiny's saying that in that situation, Amberlynn was threatening self-harm, I guess, if Destiny went out to her mom's. I guess that's what she was saying. Horrible thing to threaten someone with that, first of all. Pretty horrible that Destiny didn't take that seriously, I guess. Probably, I don't know. And just another symptom of a horribly toxic relationship, it would seem.
And then, I don't know if that's the fight that might have caused it, but right after that, we also got into an argument, and that's when she let me open a present, and it turned into opening all those presents.
Yes. The mid-November Christmas present haul. You all know it. Destiny sitting in a pile of toys that Amberlynn got her for Christmas, except it was early-ish November, I think. Destiny claiming that they got into a big fight, which led to Amberlynn saying, "Open a gift," and then it turned into her opening all of her Christmas presents, which was hundreds of dollars of toys from Amberlynn. A classic, another classic moment.
I think someone asked if I still had any other gifts that she got me. I said I didn't have any of the gifts. I didn't realize I still have a pair of the shoes. It was these shoes, these maroon ones. I still
Not
have
the
those.
Shaq shoes?
Jacket, but that's it.
No, what happened to the Shaq shoes that you hated?
And then right after that, she also bought me the computer I have. That's the computer that's very old.
Wow, go from some of the most horrible things you can imagine to buying her a computer, okay?
I told you guys this was the juicy part, and I promise you that January and February, and I think some of March, is juicy as well for 2017. And then there's a lot of stuff going on with me and Dana after that. And so
okay, that wraps up 2016 as explained by Destiny. The next video and most recent, uploaded a couple hours ago, Truth of the Breakup, which I guess would mean that that's probably the end of the tea about their relationship, because that's the end of it. I'm assuming Destiny will probably continue these videos and explain, like, her relationship with Dana and incorporating Amberlynn as a friend into that, and their whole thing going on there. I don't know how much I'll be covering any of that stuff. Might not be too interesting. But we still have to get through the truth of the breakup here. I mean, actually, I could go to a doctor's appointment. Well, no, I got a little time. Maybe I can get through most of it for now. I mean, the whole thing will be in this video, but... Okay, anyway, the truth, the breakup uploaded today, or the middle of last night, I guess.
Hey, guys. So,
why is this one in 4:3 aspect ratio again? Oh, well.
in the start of 2017... Oh, one thing I want to mention before I get into this, when I said that Amberlynn and my mom got into an altercation, Amberlynn didn't hit my mom. She didn't get the chance, basically. She kind of just, like, I don't know if my mom, like, slapped her, did whatever to her, but Amberlynn just essentially fell to the floor.
My God.
Let's see.
Yeah. Thanks for the clarification there. Pretty disturbing to listen to. So the situation being described was your mom slapped Amberlynn and she fell to the floor. What about when she picked up the K-cup holder and hit her over the head with it? What the fuck? Is that what she's referring to when she said her hit? Okay. Oh, God.
She started talking about having anxiety attacks at work. I only ever remember her having an anxiety attack at work, like, I don't know, like a couple times. It was not like an everyday thing towards when she was quitting. I didn't understand why she was quitting the job. Like, she literally just, like I said, we went to the new building and she just was not having it. I don't know what it was. I think really she just didn't want to work. I think she just wanted to do the YouTube, and that's just what she decided to do. I said I thought the job would be perfect for her. It didn't require a lot of anything, and it was really easy money because she was good at it. It wasn't hard work, and it made good money, and you were just sitting. Like, it wasn't strenuous, it wasn't nothing, you know. Like, I don't know, she made up a lot of excuses of why she wanted to quit her job, and she stated I said that I was like, yeah, you need to quit, you know, just do YouTube and stay home. I did not tell her that straight up. I told her that she's an adult and it's clearly her choice, you know. She's grown, it's her choice. I shouldn't have a say in if she wants to keep her job or not.
Okay, I do kind of remember at the time Amberlynn was like, the job is so hard, I should just do YouTube, it'd be so much easier. I mean, hey, I did the same thing, so I can't judge. But yeah, I do remember Amberlynn being like, hey, Destiny said I should just quit and do YouTube too. Destiny's now saying, like, no, I didn't say that. I said it's up to her. Okay, unfortunately, this whole clip up here is apparently very relevant, so I have to include the whole thing.
Amberlynn wanted me to call her, and I did lie to her. Okay, so I'll admit to that. I lied to her and said that they were doing announcements at lunch that were important. So I couldn't call her. Like, I had to stay in the building. But I only lied to her because if I told her, no, I'm going to sit with them, it would have been like this whole argument. It would have been this whole big deal. And I just didn't see the point. Like, why couldn't I just hang out with my friends? But to her, that was just such an issue. So Amberlynn texted Charla about these announcements. And of course, Charla didn't know what she was talking about. So she said we didn't have any. And Amberlynn was going off on me. But this was towards the end of lunch. And at that job, you cannot bring your phone. At this one, like at the old building, we weren't able to bring it into the building at all. But at this new building, we had like a cafeteria type area with lockers, and then you went into like the locked side of the building. We couldn't bring our phones into that locked side. Like, they had to stay in our lockers. So she was going off. I didn't have time to argue with her. I had to put my stuff up and I had to go to work. I don't really remember talking to her on my last 15 of the night. I know it was a Friday. I said the drive home was about 30 minutes, and you know, she called me. We were going off on each other, just screaming back and forth, and I was just tired of arguing with her and her trying to be so controlling. And I literally broke up with her, and then I hung up. And then I just refused to answer the phone, and she kept calling to the point I just turned it off. And I think I must have turned my phone back on at some point because I ended up meeting Charla, and I put Jalissa, but it was not Jalissa. It was, what is her name? It was her cousin, not her sister. I don't remember her name. It's like drawing a blank. I don't know why. I ended up meeting them at Walmart though, and then one of my friends that I had ate lunch with, and we went somewhere to eat, and we hung out like for the majority of the night. I just didn't want to go home. I didn't want to deal with her, which was kind of, I think Charla was trying to be sneaky on that end. Like, you'll see in the upcoming months why I say that. I went home super late. I came home and she tried just arguing with me some more, trying to figure everything out, and I basically just explained to her that she wasn't changing. I don't know, like she wasn't, like we weren't clicking no more. Like, it was becoming more of a hassle in a relationship, you know? So I was like,
Okay, to recap all that real quick, Destiny was at work, lied to Amberlynn, who was at home, saying like, oh, I can't call you today at lunch because they're doing announcements that are important or whatever. Amberlynn found out that was a lie, was super pissed. Destiny was driving home after work, arguing with Amberlynn on the phone, and Destiny's saying she broke up with Amberlynn over the phone that night after work. And instead of going home, she went to Walmart and out to eat with Charla and someone associated with Charla and some other people from work. And she's saying that Charla was doing something sneaky but hasn't said what yet. That's where we're at. And now she's talking, I guess, to Amberlynn after that, I guess in the ending moments of the relationship.
You need to work on you, and I need to work on me. So I didn't want any kind of relationship, any kind of nothing. I really just didn't. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew it wasn't being with her. Finally just went to sleep. Did have to sleep in the same bed as her because that was a whole thing. I went to my mom's the next day and just tried to stay gone for the day. And then Sunday, it was Charla and I just hung out. I think we had already had that planned. I don't know. But it was just her and I. We just went to like a sandwich place, and then I think I went home, and then I went to like Goodwill or something. I just stayed gone the majority of the day. On this day is when I changed all my social media. Like, I changed it all to single. I took her out of my bio, changed my profile picture. I really was just done. I didn't want to fix it, and I knew she wouldn't change. Like I said, she did still make me sleep in the bed with her. She blames it on her attachment issues and anxiety, but I literally just gave in to sleeping in the bed with her just to not hear it. And I think I had been reorganizing some of the shelves in that guest room, and the bed had stuff on it, and I just hadn't had the time to get the stuff off of it.
God.
At this point in time, Dana had a boyfriend. So actually, one of the girls, like after me and Amberlynn broke up, it was literally like that night. It was one of the girls that I ate lunch with that I lied to Amberlynn about. We hung out that night, like I said, that we broke up, and Charlotte, and I don't know, like I was like, oh, maybe I thought about just like messing around with this girl, basically. Not anything coming out of it. I just was like, I don't know, kind of like a rebound type thing. I was like,
you were trying to rebound with Dana, who had a boyfriend at the time? Is that what she's saying?
Maybe that would happen. I hadn't talked to Dana yet though. Let me see. I said I wasn't wanting anything serious, and then that wasn't the day after me and Amberlynn broke up, but like the second day. So it was the day after I changed all my social media. Dana actually texted me, and she just said, hey. And then I just said, hey, back. We hadn't talked since Thanksgiving, like I said. And she just asked if I was okay, because she saw my picture change. And I just explained to her what happened. And that was that. You know, like she had a boyfriend. That was that. And then I actually started trying to hang out with that other girl a lot and just...
I'm sorry. Is she referring to someone other than Dana right now? Okay, interesting. This is new to me.
Go with her. I wasn't sure what was going to happen with that, but it was just like also keeping me away from Amberlynn. I was just like... I also just talked to her, kind of like confided in her, just talked about stuff with her, you know, like... We ended up still being friends after all this, by the way. Like, it didn't go, like, sour or anything just when me and Dana started dating. I ended up asking her out on a date, though, just to see, like, where things would go. And she basically just told me she didn't want any sort of relationship because she had just some personal stuff going on that she wanted to work. And then I saw on Facebook that Dana and her boyfriend had broke up. And I just casually texted her, and we just were talking. We ended up talking all that night. And the next day, I texted her and just said, like, how do you feel about me? Like, what are your feelings towards me, basically? I just wanted to know. Because... I mean, I have admitted to emotionally cheating on Amberlynn, and it was, like, I didn't have, like, full-on feelings for Dana, in like the time before when we were talking, it wasn't like flirting or anything. Like Amberlynn even says like she read our text messages, there was nothing there. But I don't know, like I just wanted to know her more. Like we just clicked really well. Is really what it was coming down to. So I didn't know if it was like real feelings or if it was just I needed a friend feelings. Because I would talk to her about stuff. So I asked her that though, and then she didn't text me back for 3 days. So I just took that as she didn't. I was like, well, maybe, because I think I was on the fence that she was bi. I think her friend had told me that she was, like she was a friend that was in our training class. I think she told me that Dana was bi, but she had dated a couple boys in the time that I knew her. So I didn't know if she was really bi or if she just had dated a couple girls, but she was just like, you know, on guys now, whatever it was. I just went about my business though. Those 3 days, I didn't like bother her a whole lot or anything. And then she texted me back finally on like that 3rd day, and she said that she had feelings for me and had feelings for me since November, when her and I were like just friends, and that's why she quit talking to me. Cause
oh my god! So where are we in now? January, and in November, Destiny was talking to Dana, and I guess they established the sparks of some feelings or something, though they were both in relationships, I guess, which has all conveniently led to this moment. Okay.
I told her I felt the same way though. I told her how I felt kind of in November, how like I really just wanted to get to know her better as a friend, and then like now we had the opportunity to be more than that. And I said I kind of had thought about that before, but I was with Amberlynn. I think she might have had a boyfriend, and you know, like it just wasn't the right time, clearly. And November was when it started getting really rocky for me and Amberlynn as well. And that's when I think I had tried to talk to her a couple times, but like I said, she didn't respond. But that was when I just really needed like some kind of a friend, because I needed someone to talk to about all this stuff. And I know I had said I was secretly talking to my ex, whatever, but they weren't responding to me, you know, like, I just needed someone to talk to. That's why I ended up hanging out with my mom a lot around this time, and I was just talking to my mom about everything. I said, so yes, I did sort of emotionally cheat, but I didn't act on it. Like, there wasn't any flirting or anything like that. That was just kind of like in the back of my mind kind of thing. So after we admitted to having some kind of feelings towards each other, we just started talking, and we went on our first date on the 27th of January. Let me see. And then I ended up staying the night with her because she fell asleep. Like, I don't know, I think it was after we had went and picked her friends up from winter ball. Then she finally just was like ready to crash, and I was like, F it, you know, like I'll just stay the night, why not, as long as she was okay with it. And Amberlynn kept texting me, asking me when I was gonna be home, and I was like, just not responding, and I just stayed the night. I went home probably like after lunchtime on Sunday, and Amberlynn had me run her all around Lexington doing what she wanted to do, and then we went to the movies, and then
what?
Not too long after this,
Destiny finally comes home after being out, spending the night with Dana. And Amberlynn's like, we have to go to Lexington. I want to go to the movies, etc. What? Post-breakup? Oh my god, I have got to go. But there's like 5 minutes left in this video. Let's knock it out. Wrap it up.
Lynn, and be like, oh, this is what she's doing, but it literally, like, we broke up. It wasn't her business. It was whatever, you know? Like, I wasn't in Amberlynn's business asking her anything, because we broke up. Like, what's the point? So, but that is just January of 2017, and I'm gonna finish out the year 2017 and try to go all the way up until this point so you guys have a better understanding of how things went down after me and Amberlynn were just friends, and everything with Becky, and you know, just everything of that sort. So the tea is definitely coming. I hope this clears some stuff up about y'all calling me a cheater and all this, and like I explained before, even though I was secretly talking to my ex, it wasn't in a way like that. It was like us friends talking.
I don't know.
You know, like, the only thing I'll admit to with Amberlynn is that I emotionally almost cheated on her emotionally.
Oh,
like, it was in the back of my mind,
okay, get real specific.
Sort of thing, you know, like, so there. And the only time I really, really cheated was when I was with that girl and I cheated on her with Amberlynn. That was the real time that I cheated. So,
okay.
I never gaslit Amberlynn. That's another thing. Like, she called me a gaslighting cheater, and that is not what I am. She was just very controlling and wouldn't let me do what I wanted to do. It was always what she wanted to do. So there you go. That is that for January. So I'll see you guys.
All right. So, Destiny's saying that she's going to have more videos for post-breakup, I guess, Destiny and Dana's relationship, and kind of incorporating Amberlynn as a friend for that. And then she even says leading up into the Becky era, and because Destiny and Dana are there too once in a while. I don't know how interested I am in that, just because, like, I don't actually, you know what? No, because Destiny could have some information about the Amberlynn Becky situation that no one else is willing to give. So that could be interesting. Maybe I'll cover that. We'll see we'll see if there's anything good when that comes out. But as of now, we're all caught up on the Destiny tea spill of 2023. explaining just the behind the scenes of their entire relationship, Destiny and Amberlynn's. Hopefully this video isn't too long. Hopefully I just got the important points and was able to explain them decently enough. Again, this is the part 2. There's the whole other one that covers the first half. Lots of footage to get through. Reminder that I also do the Becky era retro reacts frequently uploaded. There's a whole playlist on my channel. We're just going back and looking through all the videos of that time, so check that out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see ya. Willow Davis out.